Welcome to Unpack Radio. I'm your host, Norris Pope Johnson. And we got the First Lady back.
Hello, everybody.
Let me see if I can do it for one time. The heat was on, and she knew the multiverse of madness was about to drop. So Batman then ran off to Vegas, but we don't give the intro anyway. So she knew Doctor Strange was about to be on that next, so she had to run off and go to Vegas real quick. So hopefully she has a good time in Vegas on her vacation. But we got Mike the Power Man Bishop. We got DJ Smoke.
What's up, man? What's up, family? How y'all doing?
We will be remiss as men who later on today we're going to hold each other accountable. But we got to do it one time for the brother Kevin Samuels, man. Rest in peace, bro. So this is for you, Kevin, man. And thank you for always keeping your foot on these women's neck. So rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. The first hour we'll be talking about workplace ethics, so ethics in general. And the reason this topic came up, we supposed to have a guest. I ain't gonna name no names because the first lady said I can't name no names.
No names.
But I can relay what happened. So, I always live by a quote. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately.
Of course.
So I reached out to a TikToker recently, she sing on TikTok, she doing her thing. I'm like, all right, I friend her on the IG. We communicate. I was like, I got a podcast, pull up.
Right.
She agreed to pull up. I set the date and the time in advance. I'm a responsible human being. I remind the person about the podcast. Like, hey, it's Monday, podcast coming up. Here's the address. Oh, can we do a virtual? I got you. I send you a link. Reach out to my man Trump. Get the link. Send her the link. Send her the link on Wednesday. It's now Friday. Hey, log in. 6:55. Oh, shit. I forgot.
Talk to him.
Can we reschedule? The answer was, unfortunately, no. There will be no rescheduling, my love. Your game is ended. So, Kimberly.
Yes.
Defend your girl, man, because you told me I couldn't really put my foot on her neck. So defend your girl.
I just said no names. I do think that's unprofessional because if a person has a podcast and they have a time they do a podcast, I do believe that you have to be accountable, show up, or find a replacement. You don't wait until the last umpteenth minute to let a person know, oh, I forgot. No, you didn't forget. Something else came up that you felt was more important. That's how I feel. So I just think that's very unprofessional.
Mike the Power Man Bishop, how do you feel about this issue about being professional?
She already fainted. She don't need your platform. I ain't never seen her. What's her name?
No names. No names.
You said she was like, no, this not the Breakfast Club. This not Drink Champs. This not Joe Budden. I ain't coming out there.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I saw that.
They do.
What's the name?
This not Steve Harvey in the morning. Your little ghetto podcast get no love.
Yeah.
I'll hit you with the psych.
You see how that go?
DJ Smoke, what you gotta say about this issue?
No, I mean that's the same. That's the thing I'm thinking. She probably looking at it like, how many followers do he have and things like that. But it's not about how many followers or how big the podcast is. The smallest podcast be the most lit podcast for real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody tunes in, like you say, with the Drink Champs and all that. You expect certain things. But there's a lot of stuff that we talk about that everybody want to listen to.
We say what we want to say.
And we say we want to say. You know what I'm saying? So, you're right. And
Well, I will say this. When and how y'all blow up, be the first person to ask you, can I come on your show?
of course.
And that's normally always the case.
And then after that, we want to start charging you a small fee to come up with this Mickey flick. You ain't gonna just be all down to blow up that happen.
Yeah.
You want to try to use the platform.
She didn't come because you saying words like Mickey Flick.
Oh my God.
This ain't throwback.
Speaking of, I guess, the hustler mindset, I got some hustlers in the building. My wife, part Jamaican, worked 18 different jobs. DJ Smoke DJing out the back of the trunk. And Mike, Lord knows he a hustler.
Bar mitzvahs,
Right.
family reunions, and
Right.
everything. I do it all, baby.
That's how we do.
Now, can you explain for these people without that type of mindset, how do you engage in keeping yourself active, doing so many activities, and staying focused?
I'm gonna let my man Mike talk first.
Talk your talk, bro.
Be honest with yourself. Personally, I'm a procrastinator. I keep it real. I procrastinate on a lot of things, except for when it comes to the money. And you can still be successful procrastinating, but you put more pressure on yourself, and you just they can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
You're supposed
So-
to never grab a man's mic.
Oh, hey.
Hey, whoa, flag on the plate, flag on the plate. I think it was a flag on the play over there.
I'm just saying. Go ahead, Mike.
You know, you still can be successful as a somewhat of a procrastinator, but you put a lot of pressure on yourself that, you know, if you're trying to succeed, you're already putting pressure on yourself. So I forgot the question, bro. I ain't even lie. You hit it like, how do I stay motivated? It's deep, man. You gotta wake up in the morning and say you're gonna get it. Pretty much, that's the simple answer.
First lady.
Well, I had a purpose. For me, I was putting my daughter through college. So I had to find another part-time job to compensate me to pay that tuition because I didn't want to take out any loans. And I guess for me, the grind just got normal for me. So I've been grinding ever since, sometimes holding 3 jobs and selling Avon. So now I'm just used to the money. I'm used to grinding. So and when I slow down, I probably don't know what I'm going to do with myself. But it gets tiresome sometimes. But, you know, the hustle is real.
DJ Smoke.
Like she said, the hustle is real. I'm tired now. I've been self. You know what I'm saying? You want to set the bar high. Because I look at it like this. My job is my business partner. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Once I'm tired of that contract, I'm out. I'm going to still hustle, though. So while I'm still doing this contract, I got to get what I can get out of them. But then once I do my own thing, now I got all these other avenues of income. But then I got to be ready for it because then it's going to be team no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I'm a hustler, so I'm going to keep hustling. I most definitely got to keep hustling now. We'll talk about that in the second show.
On the next hour.
Yeah.
To be continued. I realize, the reason I have the mindset I have, I guess, and I stay focused on everything I do, that you have to have a psychopathic mindset where you have to be determined to push through to anything you want to do with greatness. And I think because I seen my mother literally go to someone's house and clean their house trying to make extra money, and I seen how hard she had to work as a single mother. So I'm just like, I never want to put myself in this position where I don't have everything I want. And I don't care if I got to work 2, 3, 4 jobs. I want it all. And I don't care if I'm just going to take the world by storm and push through everything that jumps on you like, nah, you can't do this. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Long as you breathing, right? What's stopping you?
That's the question. Now, my next question is, how's your energy right now? How's your mindset? First lady, how's your energy?
I will say this. If I'm working and I'm constantly working, my mindset can be a little off. I get a little tired. So I have to re-energize myself and to get myself back focused, I should say, to be at 100%. But when you're grinding and you're working back to back to back, you can kind of lose focus a little bit. You can kind of lose focus. So I try to take I'm thankful now where I'm at so I can work when I want to work, my part-time. But sometimes I have to take those days to myself and just woosah. And you know that I try to take little naps here and there. I'm not a big napper. But I don't know. I just try to take time to refocus.
Mike the Pal Man Bishop, how's your energy?
I'm always tired. know what I mean? Because my mind is always running to that next project. It's always running to do something different. And I'm asking myself now, why? Why do I go as hard as I do? And the true answer to that is most of the time people do stuff for other people. Most of the stuff that you do is for everybody else. Like the cars you drive, the house you have. So I'm trying to become more comfortable in my own skin, continue to grind, and just enjoy life. So now I'm just hustling to enjoy life. So,
That's
yeah.
deep.
So you gotta recharge after a while though.
DJ Smoke, how's your energy, brother?
Man, I need to recharge right now. You know what I'm saying? The grind don't stop. I look at it like if you're not tired, you're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be tired. Today is Friday, right? By this time, you should be winding down. I look at it also though because I got a lot of shit going on and a lot of things that I'm involved with that keeps my mind flowing. And like you said, you do it for other people. When is me time?
Right.
When do you get your own time? I get one day out the week for me, literally for me, and that's on Sunday, and that's the Lord's day. So I make sure don't bother me on that day because that's my day. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Lord's day. But I need more than one day though, you know. But the grind don't stop, so that's why I gotta keep going.
Man, my energy right now is broken. I'm tired. I'm tired. If it ain't deadlifts, it's heavy squats. If it ain't heavy squats, it's trying to get the rotator cuff back in good order. I'm broken right now. Everything freaking hurts. That's how my energy is right now.
I already know.
Everything hurts. I'm about to shirt. Everything hurts right now. First lady, what is your why? What keeps you motivated?
I think for me, it's almost like Mike said. For me, it's family. I want to make sure that my family's taken care of, my house is taken care of, and in the process of doing it, sometimes I neglect myself because it's for family. It's making sure everybody's good, everybody's happy and healthy and whole. But sometimes in the process of working so hard as my why, I neglect me.
Mike the Power Man Bishop.
Yeah,
what is your why?
Like I said, it's not even family. It's everybody else. You know. Like, it's funny because I had the conversation today, and there was a guy that we used to work with that everybody thought he was strange, and you know, he did the same thing every day. He ate the same food every day. He bought a certain car just to get from here to there. He didn't care about what nobody else thought. And I just kept looking at this guy like, why? You know what I mean? But he was comfortable in his own skin, so now I hustle to be, like I said, to enjoy life. And I know I'm sounding like I'm just like on some woo-saw type stuff, but I really came to the realization, like, I'm going to just start traveling, and that's what I'm hustling for, man. If I want to go to Montana tomorrow, and I'll be like, you know, I'm going to get a flight and go to Montana, and that's why. It's for nobody else. My son's getting older. He can go work for his own self. So, like, I'm just doing it for me now.
DJ Smoke, what is your why?
Really, it's kind of piggyback on what Mike was saying. It's for me now. I focused on my building a family, and I did all that. But now, where I'm at now, it's about me because it's only me, and then I have a daughter. So basically, me and my daughter is why I do it. That's it. You know, but really me. You know, for real.
I think right now my real why is my wife. You know what I mean? She keeps me accountable, keeps me focused. And even on those days when I feel like I'm falling mentally off, you got my back, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You keep me humble.
Okay.
You keep me humble. You keep the drive going. Even yesterday when I was like, I'm gonna take Friday off, he was like, I don't know. So you kind of gave me that look, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing. You
I ain't gonna believe it till I see tears. I need to see some tears.
I
I need to
You
see
ain't
that
gonna see
emotion.
that.
I
You not
need
gonna see that.
to see that emotion.
Ain't gonna never happen. That ain't gonna never happen. You should have called me on that. I should have did it when they OC my ass that day, and that's
Oh no, you did try to do it.
like, I really love you.
But thank you.
Yeah, but I think the real reason I try to do everything I can to bring money to the household because I have a successful spouse, and as a man, you got to be accountable to the person you married, and you got to be accountable to yourself. So I think that's the reason why I push so
Man,
hard.
that shit sound real sweet, man.
It really do. It really do. I can't wait to
getting
part
all
2. I
emotional.
cannot wait to part
He
2.
getting all emotional.
We'll get to
Cause you know, me and Mike got some shit to say. So yeah,
talk
yeah.
y'all talk, man. Talk y'all talk.
Nah, but yeah, but I always told you that. Off air, y'all relationship. I mean, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing perfect, but I like y'all relationship.
Thank you.
I always said that. So I mean, I want a relationship like that. You know, so I strive to get something like that in the future. You know.
I don't.
Talk your talk. Talk your
We
talk.
gonna work on you, Mike.
Nah, I'm good.
You good?
I'm a
Oh,
free
we gonna
spirit.
talk a lot of shit the
I'm a
second show. I already
free
see how this
spirit.
about to go. We about to have some good fun.
Kimberly, my love.
Yes.
At what point do the hustle stop for you?
Oh, probably never. I mean, I'm going to slow down eventually, but I don't think the hustle's going to ever stop. I'm like Mike. I want to be comfortable to where in the next day, if I want to say, hey, I want to go to Florida, I don't want to have to sit and wait for the next paycheck to go to Florida. I want to be able to have that cushions and say, you know what, I'm just going to Florida and I'm staying for a month.
Right.
So for me, the hustle would never stop until I feel like I'm comfortable, and I don't know if I will ever feel comfortable.
Like the Power Man Bishop. When does the hustle ever stop for you, brother? When you going to just sit it on down?
A hustle never stops. That's an irrelevant question. Your hustles evolve. So, say you sell penny candy when you in elementary school. So when you get to junior high school, you selling packs of annihilators. And you get to high school, you might be selling a little weed. But as time goes on, your hustles evolve to where you're making money where you're not even doing anything. So if I'm 105, which I don't know if the good Lord going to spare me to be 105. If I'm 105 and I'm getting money from this investment and that investment, and I'm just sitting at the house, smoke cigars, strippers all around, that's what a hustle evolves to. It never stops. Don't look at me like that.
How we jump from penny candy to now laters to weed? He ain't say
That's
M&M's.
evolution. That's evolution.
Then we got the strippers in there.
That's when you gotta level up from the now later.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I'm
gotta,
saying?
you gotta. Yeah.
That's when you get the real money.
Okay.
DJ Smoke.
I've been there.
When does the hustle stop for you, bro?
Nah, I mean it don't. My hustle gonna stop when I'm in a home. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in a nursing home. Other than that, I'm never gonna stop. You have to keep going.
Now, you can still hustle there. You can sell your medication.
Hey, listen, I'm never gonna stop. Like never gonna
You
stop.
can sell your body too.
I was gonna say.
I'm about to start selling my body now. So
Oh,
$59.95, you can catch me. But nah, you know. Nah, never.
Hey, them nursing homes get
Nah,
real interesting.
I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop until I'm out this world. I'm never gonna stop.
I totally agree with every statement here. The hustle never stops. It evolves till the next level.
Yeah.
Whatever that next level may be. It may be tricking in the nursing home. It may be having a house full of the new school bunny ranch with Mike Bishop.
I don't know what your wife's about M&M's. If you're in high school selling M&M's,
You in some trouble.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
M&M sell.
Nah, they do.
Now, my next question is, when was the first time you realized you had a business mindset?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say probably for me, high school.
When you were selling the M&Ms?
I was selling M&M's.
Okay. Mike the Power Man Bishop, when's the first time you realized you had a business mindset?
I don't know, man. It just happened over time. I've always been the type to watch and listen. Like a lot of women don't think I listen, but I listen. And I'm just keeping it real, Kim. You ain't gotta look at me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I listen. So when I see things happen, or I see things evolve, and I see things like, man, they getting money over there. So it just happened organically. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to set out and start a business. Like I got a lot of ideas in my head now that I got to keep in my head right now for certain reasons. But when the time comes, kaboom, kaplowy, 102 years old, strippers all around, it's going to be lovely.
Back with a stripper.
Hey,
Go ahead, Smoke.
yeah. Same question, Smoke. When did you
You
realize
gotta repeat the question because once he said the strippers, that was it. Yeah, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah. He had me memorized with that.
When did you realize you had the business mindset?
I would say my 12th grade year in high school, because I used to DJ back then. I remember I've been doing DJing for a while.
Oh, wow.
I used to make mixtapes for my friends, and then at that time it was cassettes, and they would play it in their car. So I was playing. I had them listening to everything that was hot, but I would mix it in my house, and they was like, man, so 17 when I started. Yeah, 17. Yeah.
I think I realized it when you get tired of mofos coming to check you on your posts and treat you like shit. So it's like, yeah, it's time to start thinking outside the box. start thinking outside the box, figure out something else to do. Cause this ain't holding up too well. This is I gotta find a little side hustle or something just in case. Now, why do you think for most black people it's hard for them to realize that you can escape the 9 to 5 and do something else with your greatness?
Oh, I think we're just programmed to work 9 to 5. We've seen our grandparents, our parents working 9 to 5. So I think we think that's what we're supposed to do. I don't think anybody, I'm going to say some people, not all. I think some people are just programmed to follow in the footsteps of what their parents did, to have a car, own a home, retire, and just enjoy your life. They're not taught, we're not taught, even in high school, to venture out and, use your mind to think outside the box, to own something that's yours.
Like the Power Man Bishop.
I don't know, man. You hitting with good questions today, and
My mind is sharp today. I actually got rest. I got a good day, man. The mind is crisp today, but the mind is crisp.
I think it's kind of what she said. Society has made it that way, but you also, everybody can't be a boss.
Absolutely.
It ain't gonna work out right. It can't be too many chiefs. Got to have some Indians. So everybody's here with a purpose. If your purpose is to be the best ditch digger here on the planet, hey, I got a ditch digging company. Come work for me. So everybody can't be a boss. You just got to be good at what you do and work with what you're given. Now, if situations arise where you can take things from what you're given and expand on those things, and that's when you start to boss up and get to a boss level. But it's definitely, like I said, everybody has a purpose here, and you might be DJing, you might be the best, you can sing. I don't know, can you sing, Kim?
You want me to try?
No, I'm good. But everybody has a purpose, and everybody has to do their thing. So that's what it is. It's all good.
DJ Smoke.
Always repeat the question when you come back to me.
Why
I've been drinking.
Do you think that our people, especially black people, for the majority, cannot escape the 9 to 5 lifestyle and boss up?
Like you said, like Kim said, everybody's comfortable. If you got a comfortable schedule, you ain't got nobody harassing you, your supervisor don't do nothing, you cool with that. All right, I'm gonna stay here. I'm a retire. I'm making decent money and I'm be out. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm taking a different route. So I'm a little younger. I plan on retiring from my job at 50. So I'm 39.
Oh my God, this is crazy. My bad.
So unprofessional. I'm messing with you.
Goddamn black folks.
I don't even know what it's doing.
Goddamn black folks.
I'm messing with him. I'm
I
messing
don't
with
even
him.
know what it's doing. That's
That's that
crazy.
stripper trying to contact
Yeah, see,
them.
he got he
That might be.
he got a stripper
That's Buddy
on,
right there trying to.
he got a stripper on the line
Oh,
trying to see what's
see,
good,
yeah.
you know. But my mindset is different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't plan on waiting to 65 and all that craziness. Nah, I'm retiring from my job at 50 because I plan to have my ducks in a row by that time. You see what I'm saying? I'm already setting it up. Got a little setback right now, but you know I'm planning it. You just got to plan like that, even if you fail. It is what it is.
I like that. All right, Kimberly, my love. How do you know you're a boss or do you think you're a worker? Which one do you think you
I
are?
think I'm a little bit of both.
And why is that?
Well, one, I'm a worker. So, you know how sometimes they ask you to think about your purpose in life. Right. For me, I'm going to say, I know it's hospitality. So in that area, I know that I am a worker, and I like to help people. So I have no problem in working and assisting people. Now, when it comes to a boss, I feel like I'm a boss in my own life. Even when I sold Avon, you know, that's my money. Even though I had to pay the percentage of that, that's when I became my own boss. But I'm a boss in my life because I feel like I let my man lead, but I also run my life the way I need to see it. So I'm the boss of my life. And any side hustle that I have on the side, you know, I make my money work for me.
Mike the Power Man Bishop, are you a boss or are you a worker bee? Which one is it and why?
I'm both. You cannot be a boss without being a worker. That's what a lot of people, they got it confused. You know, it's no job too small. If you're paying, I'm staying. You know, a lot of people got it confused. And, you know, I know people personally in my family that say they won't do certain jobs because of this situation and that situation. So you're telling me that you don't have any goals because if you made $5 an hour on a part-time job and they got you closer to your goals, but you would rather work 36 hours a week just because, hey man, I got post 17. This is my post. I got it on lock. I'm the boss over here. You ain't the boss of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Anybody's expendable.
Yeah.
Facts. DJ Smoke,
I
are you a boss or a worker bee?
I'm both.
And why?
I mean, you have to work first to become the boss. You got to know the ins and outs of everything. How you going to direct somebody if you don't know how to do it yourself? You got to know what's the ins and outs of it. You got to be in the mud with them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can talk shit and try to delegate. Until you do it yourself,
Absolutely.
then you know what's involved. So you got to do it.
Y'all talk tonight.
Yeah,
Now, I look around the way the world operate, and I see that the other people, they have Michael and Sons.
Mhm.
But when it's our turn to get our money, it's just Michael. Ain't no sons, ain't no nothing. I'm going to take this money, I'm going to spend all my money, and I ain't going to leave nothing for the next generation. Why in our community especially do we not have always fill in that next gap? I hear black people say this all the time. I ain't leaving my kids nothing. So I'm like, if you leave your kids a little something, you can have Michael and Sons. You can have Freeman and Freeman.
Yep.
So why don't we have that in our own communities? First Lady.
So, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And when I said that, like I mentioned, I started working part-time to put my daughter through school so she wouldn't have to get no loans. I kid you not, I had so many people tell me that I was crazy to work myself to death to give my daughter the opportunity to live after she graduated. I was in the process of looking for a home. I even had a loan officer tell me my daughter needed to get loans so that I would release some money for a house. So in my mind, what's more important, a house or my daughter? I'm invested in my daughter so she can have a future. A house can come anytime. So I think for us, and I hate to say it, sometimes we are our own worst enemies. We have people around us that think a certain type of way. I've even had girlfriends tell their kids, I got mine, you got to get yours. So I think it's a mindset. And we don't think about generational wealth down the road. We should. As soon as one of our loved ones die, we sell the house just to get a little bit of money instead of renting it out, making that house work for us and our family to keep that money train going for our generations to come. So we're thinking about quick money. We don't think about generational wealth down the road.
DJ Smoke, why don't we fill in that generational gap in our own communities with financial wealth?
I mean, everybody wants to keep everything to themselves. You know, it's like it's a secret society for real. You know, when you get some knowledge, it's like, oh, let me keep this knowledge. Let me not educate the next person.
Right.
You know, like if we all can express what we know and the knowledge and we come together as a group, do you know what we really can be at? You know what I'm saying? What do you think other races do?
They pass the bag.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They pass the bag. They not stingy. They don't care about, oh man, he about to make $100 million off that. You think they care about that? No, they don't. Because why they making $100 million off that? I just made $200 million off of telling you this, and now I done put more people in. You see how that works?
Absolutely.
Why you think that dude, whatever that dude's name is,
Elon Musk?
yeah? Why you think he out here acting a fool on Twitter?
Passing the bag.
He passing the bag. If we can pass the bag like that, we overcome some things. So that's what I think.
Dang, y'all minds are sharp today. I can.
Oh yeah, I'm on point like Stacey Adams today.
Hey, boy, you sharp today, boy. You sharp today. I need to start bringing some rock fans every day because DJ Smoke is the sharpest I ever seen him in my life. I'm like, I can really talk about talk right now. Now, my next question to the panel is, are you an advocate for your own community? Do you pass on your knowledge to others? First Lady.
I would say I do. If there's something I can do to help people, I will. Even for me, I'm on my own home association. So I try to make sure that I look out for our homeowners association and our development to make sure that it's what we need it to be. And I also try my best to give back to other areas that may not be as fortunate as we are. To take care of them, you know what I'm saying, to do what I can. So I think it's very important that you have to look out for your community and for those that's coming up behind you.
So you didn't even ask me the last question. I wasn't gonna even say
Oh,
that.
you did skip him. You did skip him.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you sharp,
damn
but he ain't sharp. Maybe we need to take your Ciroc away.
Damn Ciroc, man. Mike the Power Man Bishop, double hitter, because
Okay.
we got time, baby. So hit me with both of them.
Yeah. I thought about this. And you know, both of y'all had good answers from different perspectives, okay? But a lot of people think that, you know, generational wealth is money. It ain't money. It's knowledge. It's knowledge. Just like you said, who cares if you did $100 million deal? I'm making $200 million, blah, blah, blah. That's because you knew knowledge of that deal when you did that and that. Exactly. Even like Donald Trump said, the art of the deal. Like, even if it's the art of how to make the deal, you ain't got to be smart, you know what I mean? You just got to know how to make things happen. You know, knowledge. The money is going to come if you have the knowledge. So that's generational wealth. It ain't the money. And you said, am I advocate for my community? Or
Do you pass on your knowledge?
I definitely do. Most black people don't, though. They scared. I had that conversation today as well. Like, when somebody hates on you, when somebody, you know, doesn't tell you anything, you know what they are? They're scared of competition.
Absolutely.
They're scared of competition. And the guy was telling me, oh, that doesn't mean that. Yes, it does. If I'm not telling you information, or if I'm trying to even micromanage you to do it the way I want to do it, instead of saying, okay, this is the task, just get it done. However you get it done. And let you get some of that glory when you get the job done. That a boy, good job. Let me go buy some pizza for the crew because you knocked that out the park. If you're not that type of guy, you hating. If you just you scared of competition.
Right.
So let me speak on that knowledge you was talking about. So on my part-time, sometimes I work with a lot of young people. And one thing I try to share with them, some things that I know, and it's pretty much preparing yourself for a job, how to interview for a job. And sadly, you may have a few that will grasp on to what you're saying, but there is the majority that are stuck in their ways for whatever reason and refuse to want to change. I think some of them like living in the small bubble that they're living in. You know what I mean? Because nobody, I don't know if nobody took the time to share that knowledge. But for some people, when you share that knowledge, they don't want to soak it up.
My son is
that's
one.
kind of sad.
My son is one, and I'm a realist. I don't care who you are. I can tell you, like, I was on the phone with my son today. I said, look, he called me. He said, are we going to the gym today? I said, no, I'm not going to the gym today. I just got off the treadmill. I burned 300 calories. I said, I've been waiting on you to get out of school. We make plans to go to the gym, and at 4:30 you say, I ain't going to the gym, I got to do this. And I told you to call me earlier, but you failed to do that. So we're not going to have this discussion no more unless you call me in the morning, send me a text message. That's responsibility. If you can't do that, you're going to fall by the wayside.
Absolutely.
So there's people in the communities, there's people out here in the world that'll say, hey, Smoke, if you put a little dollar on this, it's going to come back tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't listen. But it's going to be a person that's standing right there beside him and said, dang, I'm going to put $1 on that.
Right.
It's always one or two, but you can't reach everybody. And those are going to separate the workers, and hopefully they're good workers, and the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So can't be 100% nothing, but just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And keep motivating the youth, because they're not worth a shit now.
Nah, they really not. They really not. They not.
They not.
I totally agree with every statement. And speaking on this man right here, it was a time in my life when my shooting fell off, and he definitely
I'm nice now, though.
got me right. He definitely got me right. Matter of fact, when they give me this new license, we can take my MP9 out. Very smooth gun, by the way. Very smooth gun. So, yeah, it was times where, I fell off, and this man definitely got me right. So you definitely put it on for your community, and I will never forget it, brother. In closing, First Lady, what do you have to tell the young lady or anybody who's coming up behind you about the mindset of giving back to your community but still trying to be a boss? What do you have to tell that person?
Well, first and foremost, just start somewhere. That's the first thing. Start somewhere. Get off your behind and start somewhere. Because one thing I pray for these young people, I don't want them to look back 10 years later and say woulda, coulda, shoulda. But just get up and start somewhere. Any little progress is a better progress than what you're doing right now.
Mike the Power Man Bishop, what knowledge would you like to pass to youth? Because they coming up behind us, bro. So what do you got to give them?
I don't know if it's too much I can tell these kids, but I've been told a lot of people that's younger than me, so I hope they can tell the kids. I'm always doing something. Don't ever look down on people. Give back to somebody on the street, if it's $1, if it's a quarter. A lot of these guys be faking, but that's none of your business. Just give back. It doesn't matter if they tell you they're not listening, or you see they're not listening, or when you're trying to give some knowledge, just give it back. It's not your duty to say they didn't digest that. Just give it to them to eat. Yeah. If you give it to them to eat, if they want to eat it, it's on them. But, life is life at this point.
DJ Smoke, what do you got to tell these young G's coming up behind us, baby?
Oh man, I always tell the young G's, look at the OGs and look where they messed up at. Always look at the flaws where they messed up at, because if you don't pay attention to that, you would do the same thing they did. Always, I did this. That's why I'm saying this. I've learned from all my older G's that I still hang with where they messed up at, and that's why I took a different route. It's always a different route. You know what I'm saying? People don't really give you game until you mess up. Why not give them game now? Let them throw themselves out there and then see what they can do. I learned a lot. You see what I'm saying? I learned a lot by seeing people mess ups. I mean, it is what it is, but straight up. I learned a lot by other people's mistakes. And so I said, I ain't doing that shit. You know, say I'm gonna do it when I'm able to afford this, maybe they had the money for that. As I was growing up, I said I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm doing it now. You know, and it took a while, but I'm doing it now. So pay attention to your older people and see where they messed up at and see what they complaining about. Like, man, I don't want to go through that shit. Even with like relationships, kids, anything. So pay attention, man. Seriously, pay attention.
I wanted to add something too, and I think with the social media and the thing with everything with the TVs and the stars and everything is, I want to tell, especially the young people, yeah, pay attention to people, but also don't pay attention to people. Right. And when I say that, is stop believing, like Mike said, everything you see on TV is real. Yeah. Stop thinking people think people pretend to show you, I got money, I'm living large, I'm living this. You got to live in your lane. And I think that's what people don't understand. Stay in your lane. And yeah, you watch what people do, you see how people grow, but make sure you stay in your lane, you're comfortable in your lane. Because you veer too far to the right or to the left, you're going to fall and you can fail. But if you stay in your lane and stop trying to live like the Joneses, you'll be okay.
The brokest people are the loudest people.
But that's social media. That social media has helped with people not being comfortable in their skin. Mm-hmm. Because they seeing all this flash and that shit is fake, man.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
I done been on dates with a whole lot of these fake chicks. So I know. It's all flash. All flash.
And clean y'all damn homes.
Yeah.
Start there.
Yeah.
Clean your homes.
It's all
your
flash.
bodies.
You know, so
cook some food.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Cook some food. You know, don't be expecting me to spend $150 on some dinner when you could just cook. But that's episode 2.
Story.
So yeah, we gonna talk on episode 2. You know, I'm gonna give me another cup. And we gonna turn it up a couple of notches.
Oh,
Lord, you were short for a minute. Right. Let me see if I don't like to misquote nobody. So let me really lock in on this one. I've been drinking, so please forgive me, but I think I can lock in on this one. To quote one of the craziest men alive, but he definitely has a tough mindset. Somewhere in this world, there's somebody who wants the job you have, the husband or wife you have, the business you have. Mm-hmm. They want your money. They want your bank account. And you have to face that demon and turn up every day to let them know they can't have that shit. Stay hard. David Goggins. Now, it's time to get these damn jokes off. Because, you know, it's always story time at Unpack Radio. And recently, we was in the parking lot, and I want to know if I need to trade in my wife because I want to know if she ride or die. Oh, you know I was going to tell this story, Kim. Don't look at me, First Lady. Don't look at me. Mike Bishop, I'm going to tell you the story. I don't want the First Lady to look at me.
You just going to turn your back.
I want you to look at me. I'm going to tell Mike the story. We in the parking lot. Crazy junk dude. we were wobbling. He come up and asked me for $1 or $2. I was like, bro, I ain't got $1 or $2. By the time I look up, the First Lady was in the car. Now, my man was a little drunk and intoxicated, and he did approach me. He approached me like he wanted some action. And I turned to give him that sidekick. He was like, oh, shit. So I want to know, is the First Lady ride or die that? Because she was, by the time I look up, like, Kim?
Okay, wait a minute. Before they comment, you told your side.
Okay, tell your side, First Lady.
Side.
Tell your side, First Lady. Talk your talk.
We're coming out of Dick's, and this gentleman approaches us. In my eyes, I see crazy.
We call it Richards.
I automatically check him out from head to toe.
Yeah.
I see the walk. I see the eyes first and foremost. I'm going to keep walking. This one here wants to have conversations. No, we're not doing that. So I didn't see no weapon, anything that would hurt him. So I kept it moving. In my car. He's still out here talking. He gets in the car and said, you ain't ride or die. That man could have did anything. You should have kept walking like me.
I'm going to tell you, bro.
Mike the Power Man Bishop. You heard both stories.
You know, I started taking martial arts when I was younger. Right. For real. For this reason. My mother told me this story where this guy tried to holler at her. And my father was right there. He was like, you trying to holler at my woman? You little dude. He was a little dude. My father was a big man. And my mother said, this little dude jumped on my father and beat him up the street and down the street. So Kim, yeah, you should hopped in the car and just got out of Dodge. I'm on Kim's side for this.
DJ Smoke, my right hand guy.
Come on, Smoke.
Talk your talk, bro. Talk your talk. Don't look at the first lady. Don't look at the first lady. Don't you look at her.
Nah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with her getting in the car.
You were scared. That's what it was. You were scared.
Thank you, Mike.
I stand 10
Thank
toes
you.
down at all times.
Thank you. He was looking for me to save him.
I stand 10
Should have
toes
kept
down.
walking like I kept walking. I know when I see
I
crazy.
stand 10 toes down at all times.
I know when I
man.
see Crazy too,
Yes.
but I wind up talking to Crazy. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
that's why y'all friends then.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I talk to
y'all
Crazy
attract
too.
crazy people.
I talk to Crazy
Hey,
people
man,
a lot.
like I told Kim, you know, I used to watch this show, What If God Was One of Us? I was like, that could have been Jesus to come down here and test you.
Hey.
Well, I would have failed the test that day. Hopefully, I passed the next time. But that wasn't Jesus.
But some of the craziest
That
people
was
be kind of
Richard.
cool though. If you talking to them, like you got to talk to them on
no,
their level.
he had too much jittery in for me.
Oh, he was moving around.
He was looking for his next high.
Oh.
So no, we gonna keep walking.
Smoke, in all fairness, my man, like, literally tried to roll up on me and almost got his ass.
Was he
whooped.
bigger than you?
Who cares? Fuck who you are, bro.
He may
There's
have-
nobody bigger than me,
Had
son.
a little bit.
Nobody bigger
But
than me.
see, this is the thing. How did he know I wasn't going to my car to get something to help him out? As he getting beat to the ground.
I got you.
What you about to say, Mike? You had look like you about to
You
say
gotta
something,
have
man.
somebody live to tell the story.
Yeah, she would have told the story.
She would have been
Thank
here.
you.
Like, we're going to toast to the
I would
boat.
have been on the news saying, I saw it all. This is what happened. I don't feel like both of us should have to suffer. I'm sorry.
Hey,
It's one thing you can't do on this
I'm
earth.
gonna tell the tale to live another day. Because you wanted to stop and talk to Richard. No.
Richard was doing him.
God rest it dead, but we don't want. It's nothing. I'm never gonna have that story like Alicia told on this podcast. When she said the dude tried to stand up for her and he got his ass whooped,
Oh, yeah.
and that was his first and last date. God rest it dead, but that would never happen to me.
Can y'all imagine if Richard...
I'm gonna tell you, I got a buddy, and it was like early in the morning, and he said they was at the carryout, and another one of my boys was in the truck drunk. So he said all of a sudden this girl flew in the carryout. This big dude was beating on her. He said this dude looked like Mr. Olympia, and he said that he looked outside, and the girl he was beating up had some friends, and he had some Miss Olympia girls with him that was telling her girlfriends, you better shut up, you better sit down, you're not going in there. And he wanted to step in, and he was like, he looked at everybody else in the carryout, and they was like, come on, big man. Come on, big man. But he was like, I wanted to help her, but he was like, man, that dude was so big. If he would have caught me,
Yeah.
it would have been over. I might have not lived to tell the story.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. You gotta know what lane to stay in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I'm just saying, he wanted to sit and have conversations with people.
Let your
'cause
woman,
he
let your
Mr.
woman get in the car, man. Let
Mr.
her get in the car.
Podcast. We're not doing that. But had the dude jumped on him and beat him, and I have to look at him every day. Oh, you can best believe I'm getting my foot rubbed when I want. I'm getting breakfast in bed. I wish he would tell me no. I get Richard on him.
Yeah, if I got my ass in the parking lot,
Yep.
you want to talk all that
That's,
shit?
that's what I'm saying. Go make my breakfast now.
You want to talk all that shit
That's
about
right.
bottles whooping your ass in that parking lot?
Yeah. You ain't talk like that to Richard. Go do that yard work.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. If you get... Last question. Kim, I'll ask you too. Mike the Power Man Bishop. What would you do if you got your ass whooped in front of your lady? Would you go home that night? Would you just pack your shit and leave?
If I got my ass whooped in front of my lady, she would understand that he was a bad mother. that ain't gonna be an easy win.
Right.
That ain't gonna
right.
be easy. That
Right.
she would understand that he was a bad motherfucker. Yeah,
Oh,
I wear one. Ain't
I'm
nothing
gonna
wrong
put
with
a
one.
twist on it. What if a woman jumped on you and beat your ass in front of your woman?
She better have handle her business, but I'm not gonna hit a woman. I'm not gonna. I'll probably push her or whatever, but that ain't my style. But she better got busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DJ Smoke, same question.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
you get knocked the fuck out. Knocked the fuck
sometimes,
out.
hey,
you
went-
sleep.
Hey, you live to see another day, like Pop say. You live to see another day. You know what I'm saying?
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You live to see another day, you know? Hey, everybody take losses, man. You can't beat everybody.
gotta
So,
win.
First lady, somebody whooped my ass. They put me out. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna whoop their behinds. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my best to whoop them. I'm gonna try to do what you couldn't do. I'm gonna look for something to use, but I'm gonna get in there some kind of way. I ain't gonna just let them be beating you on the ground and kicking you. Now, when you sleep, I may look at you a little differently, but while you woke, I still make you feel like the man you are.
now have that ever happened? I never had that happen, like, in front of my, like, people I was in relationships with. Never.
Like you been
Like, when I
Like a
had
man.
altercations,
A
it's
fight
always
in
been by
But would a
myself.
man admit that?
No, I would. I
You
would.
would?
But I never had that happen, though.
Oh,
To be
Yeah.
honest, it's no like I've never lost a fight. Now I
Yeah.
walked away a lot as a child. I walked away a lot because
Right.
I ain't believe in violence for a long time. It's like I didn't believe in violence until I got to Spingon and I had to embrace
Defend yourself.
violence.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at that point it was real. Like people were getting stabbed, shot. I had to realize that I had to change my mindset to embrace violence just to escape
Right.
that atmosphere I was in. So till that day, I ain't believe in violence. Then I realized, violence helps.
Oh, yeah, no, but the violence help a lot.
Oh yeah, I had to show
Yeah.
somebody. I had to choke somebody out, and violence helps.
Nah, it really do.
Now, had that ever happened, Mike? You got in a fight? Your lady
In
was
front of a
around?
lady, nah, man, nah. I walk different. You know what I mean? People just don't run up on me. I walk different. You know, just my presence, and I'm not just saying that, but wish your mom would.
All right, I mean,
Yeah.
First lady, 2 minutes or less. Has anybody had to turn up on a date with you? And
Oh,
Lord
my
Jesus, Father God, we got like 18 stories. You got till
Oh, you are
58.
so silly. I'm
You just
trying
now
to
reminded me about the
think.
airport yesterday.
Oh my
You gonna
God!
tell your little raggedy airport
you.
story?
Yes,
Why
you.
everybody running up on you, know?
No, actually, I'm gonna tell my side. Let the first lady tell her side. We at the airport chilling in Florida on our way home. This dude is roughing up his lady. Not my business, it's your lady. And the airport can handle that shit. But when my man was roughing up his lady, he threw a kick at her and it almost hit the first lady. I got up out my seat. I stood up and I gave him the finger point of doom. I said, if you would have hit my wife, I would drag your ass through this airport. There would be nothing nobody could do to stop me. And all he could say was, yes, sir. And I walked away before I had to kill him.
Did you say how loud you said
I don't
it?
care how loud I
I'm
was.
not
I
gonna
wanted
tell
him
you
to
how
hear me.
many terminals heard this.
He did that for a reason. Okay, you have to make sure security hears you.
Oh, no, fuck security. Security wasn't
That was the
around.
problem, Mike. That was the problem. Well,
Security
one,
wasn't there to stop me, bro. Security
the
was...
guy did not kick me. Now, yes, he did come close, but trust me, it was on my radar too. So, Sulan represent. You know, it was on my radar, but no, this one here jumps up, and I'm thinking like, Lord, here we go. He about to get arrested. We on our way home. I'm coming home because he going to be arraigned, so I'm gonna have to just come back down there. But I'm coming home. But I don't know. No,
That's why he never got beat up in front of his old lady, because he makes sure security hears in case somebody get out on him.
he got loud. That's why he got loud.
He got backup.
You did the finger.
You gotta get the backup. That's how you do it.
that's how you do
Lord.
it, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's how you do it.
All right, it's time to close. We're going to take a little 5-minute pause for the cause.
Cool.
And we're going to be back with our next episode of Unpack Radio, where we will be unpacking the issue about being a man and holding each other accountable. And please stand by on May 20th. We have our annual fitness podcast where we got every fitness coach I know up in this joint. Trump going to have a lot of work because I got like 7 people coming through on that joint. So we going to have a lot of work to do. We're going to try to do it all in an hour. I don't know how I'm going to do it, Jesus, but we're going to make it work out. See you on next time on Unpack Radio. Salute.
Salutes.